So this video is in response to an article that I just read on halfwheel.com. It was called Marketing Cigars to Children. Shout out to Half Wheel, shout out to Charlie Minato, a cigar legend of mine. Yeah, so here's what I have to say. First of all, Charlie, again, I love what you guys do, but everyone who's been following Privada knows that the PCA put out that article, it was kind of about us. Then Arturo Fuente put out that post, it was kind of about us. We had a little bit of fun with him, and you know. And now here we are 2 weeks later, and you're putting this article out. These are all big advertisers on your website. So while I trust that you have journalistic integrity, the timing is just, it is what it is, man. You have to pay bills running that website, and those bills are paid by the biggest cigar companies in our industry who are upset. And they're upset because Privada's taking this shit over. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, there's a whole new movement of cigar smokers, and they're not interested in the old products that look the same and, you know, and have the same story about, let's go, you know, they're just not. They're not feeling it. They're gravitating towards other things, just like every other industry. We like bolder colors. Johnny, we had this video last week, I thought. You know, it's a generational thing. But let me tell you what the danger of this is and why I'm making this video again, okay? The danger is tobacco is an enemy of the FDA. It's an easy target. It's an easy way to tax. It's just an easy target. I got into this business thinking maybe it had another 5-10 years before it became like Canada or Europe. They had already passed laws. It was already under a microscope. And while I understand what you're saying, okay, is why cause any attention to us? You're the one bringing all the attention. What are you talking about? We have a private club. Even the LCA, the shops, they're a private network of shops that are all over 21 shops. Let me tell you one thing about the FDA that no one ever mentions. They're not stupid. The FDA is not stupid. It went after vape because they were actually targeting children. They were making clothing where you could hide vape pens in school. They were going after them with flavors, sure, 100%. But they were actually flavored to taste good to a child. No child is in any LCA shop. All of our shops are 21 and over. Our website is 21 and over, age verified. They're not stupid. What's happening here is actually pretty dangerous, and I want my people to understand the real thing that's happening here. The real thing that's happening here is that the older folks, the senior people that came before us, much respect to them, but this is kind of messed up, are trying to paint this picture of Privada being public enemy number one. Why? Because we've already captured a part of their market, and all they're concerned with is numbers, 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 okay? So they're pissed. And so the way they see that they could tackle this whole issue is that they could make us seem like we're dangerous for cigars. And let me tell you why this is so handy to them is because, like I just said, tobacco is always under the microscope of the FDA. Any bad news that comes down the pike, they could say, see, Privada's fault. When meanwhile, you've been here for 50 years. Now you're selling cigars in gas stations where there are minors. That's the real danger. You're selling, I'm hearing about people picking up cigars, Fuente, Drew Estate, Ligas, in gas stations? There's minors there. Now you have a problem. Now you're putting us on Front Street. Now the FDA should regulate if we're selling our products where there are minors. Even though no kid wants to smoke a cigar, this is a joke. And honestly, while I respect the journalistic integrity of the site, this is pretty obvious, guys. I'm sorry, but this is pretty obvious. And I love how you went after some guy that no one ever even talks about and then sprinkled the whole article with Privada because we get you views. We get you comments. It's polarizing. And if you're one of the people that thinks that our marketing is appalling, Bro, we're self-contained. Most of our business is done on our site to our loyal, subscribed, paying members. Cigars are not being marketed to children unless they're being sold in places where they are marketed to children, and the FDA is not stupid. Okay? And I could take this a lot further for some of you big manufacturers, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm here to preserve cigars. I'm here to live this thing on. You guys were letting it die. Young person walked into a cigar shop, what'd they do? They walked out. The LCA gave them a reason to come in and hang out and hope that no guy that's had his ass planted on that seat for 20 years turns him off as soon as he walks in the store with some negative comment about politics. Nobody wants to talk politics anymore. Over it. We're keeping this industry alive. That's it. End of story. You want to talk about traditional marketing? How come nobody? This is the hottest selling thing in brick and mortar the last quarter. How come you're not reviewing this stuff? Because we don't pay? Come on, man. Marketing to kids? This article paints an ugly, ugly picture about Privada Cigar Club. Yes, there was a release that went out just in our club. Couple shops got it over time. As soon as we realized that, hey, everyone's upset about this, we took it all back. I lost $128,000 over it. But I did it because I thought it was the right thing to do. Okay? And there's been other things where I take an L because, bro, everyone that knows Privada, everyone that follows Privada knows that I'm here to serve my community. But as or more importantly, I'm here to find the best products in the world. I'm here for the best cigars. I'm in search of ISO, IRL, all that good stuff. You guys won't even understand. Anyway, so here's what I'm saying. Don't be mad that the guys who really blended your stuff are now getting some fame because Privada's shining light on them. Don't be mad that they're taking some of your rollers with them and you're short. You can't make your 20 million cigars a year. You know, you guys got fat while everybody starved. King of New York. And don't, another movie quote coming up, and don't try to point at me and say, that's the bad guy. That's what they're doing. They go, oh, this is the bad guy. So that when you get some bad news, you can say, see, it was Privada. It's not because we all sat on our ass, took millions of dollars a year and played golf with the money and bought brownstones and gave money to lawyers who claimed to be people they weren't. Your convention's dying. Let's just throw the cards on the table and call it what it is. The FDA is not stupid. They would have contacted us already, okay? They're not interested in ultra premium tobacco that sells for $9, $8 plus, okay? And don't be upset that the guys that used to be your workers are starting to come up in the world. The game changes. Dude, one day I'm gonna be in your situation and I'm gonna hate it too. But you know what? After this experience, I'm gonna write this shit down and I'm gonna know that when I get to a certain age, everything expires and I need to ride off into the sunset. Now is our time. I didn't realize how powerful Privada has become until you guys showed me. Hashtag we are Privada. If you're with me, you know, no one serves their people like me. No one's life is dedicated to this thing like I am. Why would I want to do something bad for this industry? And if you want traditional marketing, you don't want it. You really don't. But if you want traditional marketing, I tell you what, I'm going to spend some time focusing on some more traditional marketing. And it's going to be one of those things, be careful what you ask for. See, right now it's differentiated on the shelves. You go traditional, more Privada stuff, right? Let me change that for you. Hashtag we are Privada. If you're with me, I love you and I will serve you for as long as I can until they take us out. Hashtag we are Privada. Hashtag we are a family. Hashtag we are the industry. Peace.